We are here to go into the temple.
If the Venatori sought something here, it may be worth finding.
Oops. Come on. Thank you. And then after we're done with this here, we're gonna go ahead and head back to Skyhold so we can open up different areas. Manifest. Second shipment of artifacts for Griffin Reed's Keep. 3 stabs, properties unknown. 1 vessel for bloodletting. 6 damaged tomes of varying degrees of legibility. Remains of lyrium censored. Delivered to the keep at once. Service will see the more functional items passed on to Calopatria. Sorry. Okay. Let's go.
One less to worry about.
Preserved note. A preserved letter found on the body of a messenger. Valorian. You were right to doubt. Hinterlands will not be swayed. If this letter was sent, then it is sealed. Send aid. Cyprian. Written note. Marvin. Alexius has failed. The work here thus becomes all more vital. Secure the site at all costs. The Elder One will not tolerate another mistake on our part. Spirits. Go up here. Ball. Get out of my way. Yeah, I know there's one down there. Venatori orders. A short letter accompanied by a map of the western approach. Several areas have been circled. Ducanas. The reference are obstacles, but they point to a single power, sealed at the height of the Old Imperium. Winter's involvement in the region predates the First Blight. Details account of the locations are non-existent, but there are some promising leads. You will be provided with men and supplies. Do not return empty-handed.
You're shitting me. You're sure these demons aren't moving?
Everything's frozen. I don't think this was the Venatori.
Slowing time like this would require great power. It may be what drew them here.
Time-altering magic. Let's hope this proves less trying than Redcliffe.
Okay. Responsible blood magic. Let me correct you, apprentice. While it is true that blood magic is woven through the history of Devinter, there are good reasons, quite aside from the chantry sermons, that such an arts are now frowned upon. Consider the ancient ministers who once attempted to map the fate itself, a worthy goal perhaps, but a costly one. When their spells exhausted their lyrium supply, the magister spilled the blood of countless slaves. To what end? The shifting natural of the fade made the effort futile, and so much death left the manisters open to possession by demons. Wasteful. Some still idolize Trina of the Rock, who used blood magic against the Qunari during the Steel Age. They say she cut her flesh on the shore of Marathas Pel as the dreadnought sailed in, turned her spells against the crews, and boiled the very blood in their veins. A terrifying display, to be sure, but against Qunari, it only made them more determined when they besieged the ports of Karses. And what of the Magister Cuthis? That fool who believed he could make himself the ascended man with blood magic. 33 slaves died in that rite, and Cuthis became an abomination so horrific that his apprentice tore out their eyes at the sight of him. You quote these examples of lovers Skirnis and Sephirin. Yet Sephirin offered his own blood to cure Chrysis on her wasting disease, and Chrysis lived a long life. But it was the noblest use of blood magic still calls for the death of a good man. Is that not enough reason to consider? Letter from Magister Asia to her apprentice, 771 Storm. So slow. What did I miss? No, that's over there. Let's see. I think I missed something.
texts describe a chamber. This must be it.
He was carrying this stone for a reason.
It bears a distinct pattern. A keystone, perhaps.
Keep searching. There may be more.
Come on. No. There's another one. Go. And root. Okay. Research note. Scrawled notes accompanied several complex diagrams. Theoretically, it should be possible to draw energy from the bait itself, while I will not discount the obvious dangers. Such risks can be circumcised through use of a proper channel. Once the channel is stable, we should be able to manipulate the energy to our will. The power gained would be beyond measure. At this time, theory will take us no further. If my hypothesis proves true, it will be an achievement unrivaled by any in history that will all but ensure the immortality of the Imperium. Alright. You hold on to that. And that was for our fantastic dragon lore guy. You still got it? Okay. I was gonna say, I think you can still carry it. Research notes. A series of disturbing diagrams is followed by a personal note. Serpentine would cast doubt on our work here. I expect no less. He is Valorant's man. If he thinks to deteriorate me, he will not succeed. Who accomplished anything through such fretting and hesitance? Let him be placid by his pointless precautions. If he wishes to question the validity of my theories, perhaps he should look more closely at his own. And we got one more. Excuse me, souls. Research note. A few hastily written notes are scrawled below, increasingly perplexed diagrams. Blood to start, then from a channel itself. The slaver's trader had 6 strong enough for the task. Preparations are in place. Servant will call one final meeting. I must speak to the others in advance. Oh, come on. available. Let's do this.
A staff? Is this what they were after?
Be wary. It may still be bound to the magic used here.
Right here. There we go. Alright. Journal on certain experiments. The journal lies open on its final entry. Hellas ignores all results that do not support his own hypothesis, brushing them off as anomalies and expected divinations. He posits that there will be an acceleration in the channel's creations and will no doubt test the theory without guaranteeing a security channel can even be maintained. I have argued the inherent risk, the catastrophic tear in the veil that will result from such foolishness, but he has the others convinced. He grants only a sneering permission to conduct countermeasures in the event of failure. If I'm correct, the only course of action will be to redirect the resulting power into sealing the events itself. The odds of survival are less than ideal, but the surrounding lands will be preserved. There we go.
Careful! I think time's flowing again.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right, miss. See the weapon. I can't remember what it is. I mean, it's not that great because if you go here, yeah, crafting is the best. Just saying. I'm a little biased because
before this gets worse.
I can get worse.
Near another artifact.
Fantastic, guys.
It's done.
Next time, the damn demons can stay frozen.
No.
The wards are working. It should be harder for tears to form here.
Good. Okay, let me see here. Boy. No wonder everybody hates Hinterlands, but I think it's so pretty though. Okay. Alright, let me see here. That needs to wait until we can get over there. I am not sure if we can do that yet. Let's try it real quick.
Nothing to report, sir.
I didn't need you anyway. I was just checking to see if we had.
What was that? Oh, my fellow researcher. What can I do for you?
I found this manuscript on dragons in an ancient Tevinter laboratory. Will it help you?
What remarkable diagrams. Are these chambers of the draconic heart? Oh, if only I could read the script. Do you perhaps know a linguist? Or a Tevinter historian?
I don't, but the Inquisition might. I'll speak to our specialists. I've spotted several dragon signs around the approach.
Most excellent, my friend. I don't suppose you noted the wound pattern? No matter, I'll look into that later. Andraste's mercy. From what I can tell, the dragon has been moving east and will be scouring the wastes next. Naturally, the dragon's hunting ground is full of miscreants, White Claw raiders. They've covered the area in traps for Maker only knows reasons. Quite a mess.
We'll have to speak some other time.
Alright. Let's see here. It should be over here. I did not. Okay, there's one. Start a trap. Get out of the way. Quit aiming so low.
Down you go!
Do a trap. Right here.
Whoever set that is going to come looking.
Okay, so let's put a halt for a moment. Yes. Red Templars. Fascinating. Okay. Excuse me. Oops. Too much. Okay. I really don't care about that. It's these that I want. Cool. What do you have here? Spike traps, launch shot. Okay. Okay, one moment, guys. All right. Let's see here. I think we're done with that, so... One moment. Excuse me. Alright. Because I need more money. Ugh. Probably not going to be getting all of it. Come on now. Excuse me. Alright. Let me see. Who needs a belt? You have a defender belt. You can get fire belt. I don't mind. I don't know if I sold it exactly, but fine. Let me see here. Excuse me. Do we have anything to talk about?
Yes?
Oh.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Okay. So... up we go. Is there anything... more room? Okay. Hello.
At your service.
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Yep. Especially if you don't have anything new to say to me.
Right. That's why.
Hi, Cole.
It's made from people.
I'll talk to you later.
Probably.
Air. Remember him or her? She was in the Veil Guard, which was fantastic that they brought some people back. Excuse me.
Sitting and waiting. Great, yeah?
Ah, great. Certainly.
I'll be back if I need you. Go on.
Okay.
I know. Then you were off the walls. Voth hit him with fire and I got him around the side.
You were very dashing. Cleaved him good.
Couldn't let him get near you. Either of you. We're a team. Better, we're an adventuring company. Oh shit, we're a company! Inquisitor, you should have seen it. Darkspawn. We put your flag in the center of their bloody lair and held it.
Isn't he good? He's very good.
We are better than good. We'll prove we're an adventuring company of the Inquisition. Your company, Inquisitor. I I said I'd pay you back, and I will.
Your worship? Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the chargers?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Alright.
We'll talk later.
Okay. Well, do you got anything new? Oh, we do.
You wanted to see me? Bull!
I got it!
E posti sala talvashoth.
Yeah, my soul's dust. Yours is scattered all over the ground, though, so... Sorry, boss. I thought I might need backup. Guess I'm not even worth sending professionals for.
You knew the assassins were coming?
Little change in the guard rotation tipped me off.
Why didn't you tell me ahead of time?
You go through years of Ben Hasrith training to hide facial expressions when I wasn't looking. See? Like that. If I'd warned you or the guards, the assassins would have been tipped off.
Are you all right?
Fine. Hurt myself worse than this fooling around in bed.
What if they used poison?
Oh, they definitely used poison. Sarcomec. Liquid form. If I hadn't been dosing myself with the antidote, I'd be going crazy and puking my guts up right now.
That sounds pleasant.
As it is, it stings like shit. But that's about it.
Are you interested in getting some payback?
Against who? The entire Ben Hasrath? Besides, this wasn't serious. Sending two guys with blades against me? That's not a hit. That's a formality. Just making it clear that I'm Talvashoth. Talva fucking Shoth.
Are you going to be all right?
It's a knife wound, boss. I think I'll live. I'm fine. Thanks. Anyway, I'll get this cleaned up and let Red know what happened. Boss, whatever I miss, whatever I regret, this is where I want to be. Whenever you need an ass kicked, the Iron Bull is with you.
There'll be plenty of ass whooping coming up. Alright. So. You got anything for me, Cassandra?
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
You don't have any ideas of your own?
I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions, but how many could do what you have done? You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
Of all the characters in Inquisition, Cassandra is so well written. She is by far, even if she's not my part, one of my favorite characters.
Inquisitor.
She does have her beliefs, but yet she does grow with you each and every single time.
What can I do for you, Inquisitor?
Nope, good. Till next time, Derek.
First Enchanter Vivienne wishes to register a complaint about the upholstery in the dining hall. I've already told her we cannot replace it with velvet right now. It is a little worn. A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Will anyone even believe me if I claim I didn't kill the Divine?
Perhaps if they learn about your heroics. We should emphasize how you stopped the breach devouring the sky. Even in Jadar, it may win you a few admirers.
What does the nobility gain by saying I murdered Justinia?
A scapegoat to begin with, but I wonder if the Grand Clerics are at work. Those immediately eligible to be divine died at the Conclave. The ones remaining were not as favored. They may look upon you as a rival for influence.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jada I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there is much to be gained by winning them over.
Perfect. One moment, guys. Stand up straight, please. Okay. Liliana, do you have anything for me?
Did you need something?
Uh-oh. Okay.
I'll leave you to your work.
Whatever. Computer.
Here we are again.
Do I need anything from you? Oh, we're good.
I should go.
As you wish.
It's so pretty, but it's soulless. Always. Okay. So I'm pretty sure we're done with that. You can see all the collections when you start it. Nothing we need in here, so let's go take care of the bar table. And we can head back to the approach. Okay. So we got all those filled, right? So then I'm going to want to do some focus here next round. Okay. Crew of the Ambassador. Let's see here. Just give me a moment, guys. I don't remember this one. And yes, I'm cheating. I don't remember this one. Oh, okay. That's why. Because it didn't matter. Okay, so a report in Colin's hand, a request worth considering. Using a smaller focused group for patrols have allowed a presence in the area where soldiers would intimidate and diplomats are looked on with suspicion. Southern and his group apparently crossed paths with an unusual dwarf work detail, and now we have an unexpected opportunity, an outreach to the mining castle of Ozmar. They are asking for help fighting a lost expedition of drifters and offering a sizable reward. Specifically, request was the company that showed you are not all sky mad. Targets help with no interference. A small group in the deep roads can do great things. We secured enough of the surrounding areas to ensure that they can proceed without distraction. A rare chance for an exchange. They'll have sent to bargain.
Inquisitor.
Southern and Company returned with sizable resources, a cadre of support personnel, and promise of the future trade with the mining caste directly. They are ambassadors, whether intended or not. Okay. Secure a source of water for outpost. The Grifton Wing outpost has some access to water, but not enough to sustain the number of people there for a significant amount of time. The situation is desperate, but if we are to maintain a presence in the western approach, the outpost will require access to fresh water. We should locate a reliable source as soon as possible. Let's see, the outpost must have access to fresh water. A few scouts should search the western approach for a reliable water source. This should be a high priority. A group of soldiers can be sent to locate and secure a water source for the outpost. Okay. Inquisitor. Our soldiers in the western approach located a suitable freshwater source. They faced some resistance from the particular aggressive wyvern, but were able to subdue the threat and secure the area. I'm told that the Lieutenant Corp in particular should be commended for his quick response. As you can imagine, their success has raised morale among our followers in the western approach. Cullen. Alright. Commander, the situation is improving here at the Griffin Green. The water sources is secured and most things are under control. However, our activities in the desert have destroyed some of the Varus nests, which has rallied them up and desperate. Now they are attacking caravans on the main road, scavenging from our provisions, make it hard to get supplies in for the soldiers. Any advice? Knight Captain Raylan. The Vargas situation is partly our fault. We took their water and their habit. Our veteran rangers could try to lead the Vargas to a better place where they can establish themselves. Baker's breath. I'll send some of our rangers to hunt and kill these pests. That'll keep the area clear. Okay, so basically this is okay, but it doesn't result in anything really good. It's done. The roads are safe. Haven't seen a Varus in some time. Griffin Wind will keep growing. Commander Cullen, we have scattered reports of darkspawn in the area, but it has been difficult to track down their point of origins. They're less hampered by the sulfur pits than we are. and our guess is that they are coming from somewhere on the far side. Our troops can bridge the pits, which should allow us to cross safely and find the location of the Darkspawn, but we'll need significant resource to ensure their safety of the men while the construction is underway. I wait for your orders, sir. Lieutenant Tamsin. Build a bridge in the blasted area will be ugly work, but I can deploy enough troops to ensure that it's done safely. Alright. Commander Cullen, thanks to reinforcement you sent, reconstructed a bridge safely with minimum losses and forfeited even events that Darkspawn tried to use themselves. The Darkspawn are coming from runes that appear to be Deventer. Perhaps per your orders, I'm restricting the troops to scouting and guarding patrols until the runes can be investigated. Lieutenant Tamsin. Except, no, we're not going yet. Okay. Ambassador Malatidet, I have been considered your last letter, and I do owe you a debt of gratitude for handling the Cumberland incident. I think I have found something that may solve your mystery. I have an acquaintance in the Marathas who has a brother in that Circle College of Antiquities. A few favors, and he may be able to translate your ancient texts, but I should warn you, they are likely to be costly favors. Still, this may be your most promising avenue. Sincerely yours, Baron Maxwell Benser. A favor for a friend of a friend can get the manuscript translated by an expert. Esteemed Ambassador Malatiet, enclosed you will find the complete translation of your fascinating manuscript, which our scholars estimated to predate the First Blight. The dialect caused quite a stir in historical linguists. The College of Antiquities would be most interested in the further corruption with the Inquisition should you uncover more divine documents from the pre-Blight era. Coronary Anamaxner Batari, Dean of Antiquities, Maratha Circle. No. Okay. Commander, we have completed additional estimates on the construction of an elevated bridge over the Taxis for kids in the western approach. The work will require 10 of our engineers and 6 wagon loads of lumber, but the finished construction will allow troops to move through the region at safe distance from the poisonous gas. Knight Commandant Ryland. On your order, we can build a path. Our soldiers will personally see to its construction. A few words to confirm, and we can have a bridge built. No. Gives our soldiers a little bit of morale to help with this kind of stuff. Inquisitor reports from Griffin Wing Outpost says that the construction of a safe passage through the western approach's largest sulfur pit is complete. Our soldiers completed the bridge without incident, and it has open routes to previous inaccessible areas of the approach. You can expect the results the next time you travel to the region. Cullen. We're not going yet? All the glitter. Inquisitor. We have received reports of an abandoned gold mine in the hills south of the Griffin Wing Keep. According to locals, the mine still capable of producing. It was abandoned only because the threat of Darkspawn attacked made the operation unfeasible. We should dispatch soldiers to secure the place and guard any wagons that make their way to the keep. It should add considerable to our income for the future. Colin. I can send soldiers to set up camp at the main mine straight away, Inquisitor. Okay. There was a bit of a fight at the mine with bandits, apparently, and not even Darkspawn. I am pleased to report that the Darkspawn were cut down with relative ease. We set up an outpost and recruited locals to begin mining the gold once again. Indeed, I'm told they're more than happy to do so, now that they're being protected. We found some useful equipment in the bandit cache, and any efforts to gather coin at Skyhold will now be much easier at Cullen. Perfect. Alright, Commander. Our work continues and the approach is a difficult post, but our soldiers are determined to represent the Inquisition as best as they can. Moral flags at times, but we manage. Knight Captain Ryland. The terrain in the approach is unkind. Our soldiers would be more comfortable and fit with proper shoes. Perhaps distraction would help. We can see about setting books. They could set up a small library. Simple comforts can go a long way, and rations don't lift a soldier's spirits. We can see that they have a good meal at the end of the day. Yes. Everyone is grateful for the new cook. A good meal after a long day certainly lifts the spirits. Talk around the dinner table has become more lively. Supplies in the approach are limited, but I swear that man could cook anything from nothing. One night he managed to produce fish and egg pie. I haven't had one of those since Starkhaven. Sometimes the smallest things remind you of what you're fighting for to protect. Knight Captain Rennie. Gather material. Need to read that.
Inquisitor.
Oh, doggy puke. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. Okay, this is just more additional stuff. Thank you.
Inquisitor.
Alright. Nightingale, the last Mandatory have left the ancient laboratory in the wake of the Inquisitor's attack. We can be sure that the secrets have been left behind, those of the Mandatory, the ancient Diventors, or both. We should not allow the desert to bury them. Fisher. We have agents capable of disarming whatever traps and tricks remain and bring back valuables. There are Chantry scholars eager to see these runes. We could scavenge artifacts and earn their gratitude all at once, actually.
Inquisitor.
The less said about that place, the better. It is done. The tools are enclosed. Let the sands have the place now, Fisher. Alright. I believe that's it. For now. Let's make sure there's nothing over here. Oh, this is an additional one, huh? So, Southern's company have made a request for further expeditions to bolster Inquisition's coffers. He seems driven to match the investments made in the group thus far. The goal is rambling, but has potential. A small group is certainly better suited to ferrying out whatever misplaced city, horde-filled tomb, or borderlands keep he's looking to scout. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one here again. They have the contacts to do the work they're good at. They will have passage where they need it. The rest is rightfully up to them. Committed to recovery, best to let them work, not get soldiers in their way.
Inquisitor.
Another delivery from the Travels of Sutherland's company. The group may not be on the minds of heads of state, but they certainly brought word of the Inquisition to a number of people. Okay. Inquisitor, you have activated a number of elven artifacts used to detect magical energies of the Veil. Individually, such readings have been helpful. If we can coordinate measurements of all the artifacts simultaneously, however, I believe we may be able to uncover rifts that may not even have opened yet. I have drifted a proposal for how we might use the Inquisition mages across Away and Ferelden to activate these artifacts in coordinated fashions if you think that it might be useful, Solus. The Inquisition forces are stretched thin. Nobles in the area will be happy to ensure the safety of our mages. I can deploy soldiers with the mages to ensure their safety. Well, let's do this with her.
Let us begin.
Inquisitor, the experiment was a success, and the readings are remarkable. By overlaying the relative strength of the Veil over the maps of Away and Ferelden, I have interpreted the point where small rifts are more likely to develop. This should let us deploy Inquisition forces more wisely, while we protect the people who would otherwise be threatened by demons. In addition, I have located one node of possibility interest in the Hinterlands, very large rift that has not yet opened. It may be worth investigating that area, except. Okay. Red Templars. Reports indicate that the Red Templars have taken over an old dwarven port on the Storm Coast, granting them a foothold in the Ferelden as well as easy access to the Waiting Sea. The port itself provides a strong defense from outside attacks. A field assault by our soldiers might eventually yield results, but not without high casualties. A small group may have better luck in defending their stronghold. We do not want to draw attention too soon. My agents will find a way to enter the stronghold without alerting the Red Templars. Small initial attacks could secure the surrounding areas and distract the Templars from that larger plan. Let's do it. Our agents have acquired access to the Red Templars' footholds on the Storm Coast. The Templars feel themselves secure. It's time to prove them wrong. Liliana. Not now. Alright. We're just gonna let all this load up. How's our inventory? That's fine. We're gonna travel here. Let me see. Where are you? There it is. Come on now. Fantastic. Okay. Travel back. Whenever it wants to load. Perfect. Okay.
A nice
upgrades. That's good. Still need some rations for these. Okay. Very good. All right.
So I'm thinking... Inquisition? Almost got it.
Okay. Curiosity now. So let's head here. Whoops. Oh, wait. Perfect. Okay, so we're done with that. I want to go here for a moment.
I trust you've heard what befell Roderick.
Okay, let's see here. Are you not the one that I'm supposed to go to? Okay, maybe not. I thought you were.
Even to safety through the mountain.
It's good to see the Montiliers rising to prominence
Hmm. Royal Rest of Ole. A plaque reads, "Here at the heart of the bazaar, we offer the finest arsenals piece for the boulder, both shoppy and museum. Our merchandise is modeled on the taste of our most glorious ruler of the past. Rest well, conference, rest nation away." Three Little Empress. Simple bunks in the style of Three Little Empress. The triplets, who were not triplets, humble in your use, but a symbol of something more sinister. It was rumored that the Empress Mures, 619 to 643 Steel, had given birth to one child, but adopted two lookalikes to protect the lineage from assassinations. Wise in a way, but it presented other problems. If we're to believe the outcome of the popular children's skipping rhyme that we associate with the time. Excuse me. Three Little Empress, which of them is true? A simple glass of almond tea, and now there's only two. Two Little Empress, which will be undone, a dagger from beneath a cloak, and now there's only one. One Little Empress child reaping what was sown, only she knows which was, and now she's on the throne. Excuse me, guys. I need a drink. Experts in torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Fanim, a bard. Okay. Let's go.
It's the Grand Ball in the Winter Palace.
Okay. I know one of these are supposed to have what I'm looking for. Excuse me, guys. Wow. Her perfume sanctuary. Divine Rosamund, Now, here's an interesting story. Rosamund was the youngest divine ever crowned. She was born to the noble Montbelier family and groomed for the rank of divine by her predecessors, Divine Hortensina II. Records of Rosamund described her as a radiant beauty and captured the hearts and imaginations of the Elysian public almost immediately. Not long after she was crowned divine, erratic art and literature featuring her began to make an appearance in the noble Elysian circles. The situation depicted in these works were entirely fictional. Divine Rosamund led a life that was beyond reproach, but it seemed that her purity only served to fan the flame of creative in her followers. To them, reality was a meddlesome creature to be punted off of the nearest cliff, and they showed in no restraint in portraying the divine in the midst of an activities both forbidden and often physical and impossible. Several pages of a pamphlet contained a story about Rosamund still exists in the private collection of a certain gentlewoman who will remain unnamed. One page describes in a painful detail Rosamund's perfumed sanctuary. The results are dedicated to portraying the most holy at her daily exhalations before she is joined in worship by her devoted Templars. From The Secrets of the Most Holy by Sister Danson. Skyhold Garden. I'm not reading that. Okay, so notes and letters from Thurnfall. A drop of blood stain that corners of this letter. Night Village and Trentwatch. It is good to hear you escape the conclave alive. Come to Thurval Redoubts. Send a bird when you're half a day away. Night Captain Denham will meet you. Come at night, ensure no one sees you. I will meet you in Denham's office. Things are happening in order. We must discuss them privately before you return to your duties. Lord Seeker Lucius Cordon scrawled notes. Whatever comes, follow the instructions in the shipments to the letter. The officer knows that there's sign on for, but don't start all the knights on Red Illyrium at once. Use the amounts we parceled out. Give them medicine for the pain. They'll need to be ready to fight again soon enough. These are your people now, Lord Seeker. Be a better master to them than the Chantry. If I hear differently, you'll answer to the one we both served. As this note is creased several times as if it was folded and jammed into a pocket. Be wary, every Templar will be on the watch for what you are. A Lord Seeker is never seen without ceremonial armor. I had a replica made. It should serve your purpose in Therafall. Remember, Seekers have no place in the New World. Our Masters is building. The life of Lucia Curran ends with you. To be corrupted. The corruption is taking hold now. What doesn't hurt is numb. Heads all foggy. But the scientist in me can't help but describe what this feels like. My body is breaking down. The fingernails were the first to go. I started to itch all over, and when I scratched, they peeled back. Clumps of hair fell away, and then clumps of flesh. Good God. I heard a song in my head. It's deafening. The most beautiful thing I've ever heard, but I don't hear it with my ears. It's in my brain, a blissful sound. This must be the call for which the Darkspawn yearn. What causes them to dig so fiercely? I still rather die. Suppose that's something. Missive found in the deep road, sign only Warden Press. Oh, changing into a Darkspawn or one of those talking ones. Several months after Clement II died, rumor that she had been a man in disguise began circulating in Val Royale. The The gossip was eventually traced back to one of the sister constants, who was present when the divine's body was cleansed and dressed for her funeral. Constance had a weakness for barley wine and spoke of Clements the second sentence matter to a local tavern keep after having imbibed large quantities of the beverage. Reverend's mother, Estelle, put the rumors to rest by declaring that she had aided the sisters in dressing the late divine's body for cremation and knew for a fact that the Clements II was a woman. She went on to say that the seeker Constance was mistaken, that what she saw was actually a squirrel that had clambered in through an opening window and came to rest between the divine's legs. From a secret of the most holy by Sister Damson. Okay. So, we got that.
I am shooting a brick.
Okay.
All's well, it seems.
We checked that one, we checked that one. I really doubt these are the ones I'm looking for. That's not it either.
Wow.
That's enough, buddy. Go where I had asked you to be. Alright. So, that is every one of these in this world.
Tie my hamsters.
Lift your shirt up a little bit so I can see one time.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Good enough. Go on. Alright guys, so this is where we're gonna leave it. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.